everyone, I'm Patience. I am one of the team members in Wired for Success. Um, as you know, Wired for Success is the place to be for young people to get support with their holistic education, not only the education. And today I'm going to talk to you about self-limiting beliefs and where not only where do they come from, but how they're affecting young people and what it is that you can do to support them. So basically, self-limiting belief come from our past experiences. It comes from our background, our friends, our family, the things, the challenges and the obstacles that we've had in our lives, and also the things that have been pointed out by others that we kind of like carry within, and they kind of become this, if I can say it like that, in such a way, they kind of become this little monster that kind of grows and grows with everything that happens in life. Until it can take over somebody's personality. And for young people and for teenagers, being in such a tender age, an age where they go through so many emotions, they go through so many things that is kind of like affecting them. And at the same time, they need to be so focused and be focused on their studies and their grades and also do well, have do well in terms of the expectations that I've put upon them by teachers, by role models, by carers, by parents. But and all of this, it kind of like suppresses the uniqueness and suppresses the way that someone can just let go and be free to be themselves in a way that is going to be positive. And this is where self-limiting belief kind of creep in. So they creep in, they creep in and they kind of start telling this person over and over again that they are not good enough, or they can't do a certain things, or that it is difficult for them to be able to attend to a certain state and to be able to reach out to other goals and other objectives. And unfortunately, this happens to most teenagers, and most teenagers are in a way where the confidence level are either not completely formed or are either really formed. So you have young people who are really confident of what it is they want to do and how they want to go. And often those self-limiting beliefs can stop them in tracks. So to give you an example, for girls, for example, often they are really good in terms of academics, and they will go really far in terms of like their grades, in terms of the way they are focused with their studies and the objective that they have, and they will show themselves as really confident. But then coming into the active world and coming into the world where they are now actually into a role in a job and they're getting paid for it as a salaried employee, they now are stuck onto a certain level and they find it hard to go above that level to another level or to get promotions. Whereas on the other side, boys or men will find it easier or will be a little bit more confident and display those characters and display those skills in a way that they will be able to easily go further in the echelon of their career. So coming back to self-limiting belief. So when you look at it and when you start doing work with young people at a younger age and explaining to them how they can support those limiting beliefs and they can actually change them to their advantage, and use them in a way that it becomes it's no longer a challenge, but it becomes something that is a benefit to them, is a work that is really important. So as a professional, as a parent, what can you do to support your young person? It's simple. There's little steps that you can take. So one step that you can take is to ask them if what they believe is really true. And how do we do that? So I'm going to give you an example. So someone can say, well, I am not clever. So, okay, what are the evidence? What has happened? Those are questions that you can ask. What are the evidence? What has happened that make you feel that you are not good enough or that you are not clever? And when we talk about evidence, we're not talking about somebody said or this person told me this. No, we're really talking about tangible evidence that have happened. So by you getting the young person to actually list out those evidence, they will be able to themselves see that there is no real correlation between the I am not clever and this is the evidence. So therefore, is there any evidence that they are not clever? No, they are not. And this is a conversation that needs to happen really in flow, really easily. It's not forced conversation, but it's really getting them to do the assessment and the analytic note-taking of their own thoughts, and to really kind of go in as if they were in court. So I am not clever. What is showing me? What evidence am I seeing that is telling me that I'm not clever, and that is actually acknowledging that? On the other side, which evidence do I have, or which evidence can I see that is showing me that actually I am really clever, and actually I can go and do this or that, or that I am enough. So those are the things that then now creates a dialogue in the mind of the young person. And that dialogue is going to become something that they tell themselves. So let me go with you. So I think Steve and I were talking about this at some point, and we were talking about the fact that you can tell yourself something over and over and over again, and as you are telling yourself this thing, you start to believe the thing, and you start to become this thing that you are believing. So now, if we've gone through an exercise where the young person has now identified themselves that they are not, they are actually really clever, they're really intelligent, and they have this evidence to prove it. What happens? They start to trust themselves. They start to trust that they are actually clever. They start to see evidence on a daily basis. So as they see the evidence, they're like, ooh, mirror, I am really intelligent, or I am really clever. And this dialogue starts to happen in the mindset. And here we are reframing the thoughts, reframing what the subconscious has actually gathered for years and years and years. And it's just creating this kind of like self-affirmation of knowing that, no, this is who I am. This is how, this is one of my quality, and I'm actually going to acknowledge it, and I'm going to live it. So how do we live it? We live it through our actions. I am clever to be able to do this. I am clever to be able to achieve this. I am clever to go and strategize and get this goal. And this is what we want to, this is how you want to support young people. This is how You want to create a change with young people, and this is how you're gonna then start to reframe the language you yourself, as a parent, as a carer, as a teacher, as a role model in the community, as a youth worker, for that young person. So not only they're now having this affirmation by themselves, they are having their actions, but they are now looking up to you, who are mirroring the same affirmation as them. So if you look at this, what's happening? Everything around them is now starting to change and is gravitating to I am clever instead of I am not clever. So this was me today. Patience. Next week, you will have the company of Steve, and Steve will take you through one of his tips as well. For the young people, we are available to reach. You can reach either Steve or myself through the links that are in the video, that are below the video. And if you want to reach us to come and do work in the community, to come and work with the schools, to come and work with yourself as parent, is really simple. You only have to send us a quick email and we will be in touch with you. But otherwise, stay tuned because we have much more coming to you. You take care now. Bye.